Last weekend, the Nounsvitational happened in Brooklyn, New York. While having only 16 entrants, it had a lot of top talent including Zane, Cody, Jmook, Moki, Plup, Amsa, Mango, Aklo, and more. It was a 2-day event with many insane moments and upsets on both days. Starting with day 1, it was clear that a few of the top players weren't quite on their A-games, with Aklo and Amsa dropping sets to Agent, and Amsa dropping a set to Bing, marking his second top 10 win, with the other being Cody at Gommel. Contrary to my predictions of Mango going 7-0, he stated on Twitter he wouldn't be trying this tournament and ended up going the exact opposite, 0-7. Zane would snap his 8-set losing streak to Amsa this event, defeating his demon 3-1 in pools. Moving into day 2, there were already a few surprises, with Mango straight up not showing up in DQing, and Junebug getting sick, meaning there were only 14 people who ended up playing on Sunday. These DQs would allow Marth and Agent to both instantly advance into Losers Top 12. However, in the rest of Losers Round 1, we had Amsa vs Salt and Bing vs Beckfin. Amsa and Salt looked like a solid enough draw for Amsa considering he got dead last in his pool, but it was looking like a very bad weekend for Amsa after he lost to Salt in a Game 5 last stock situation for dead last. Bing vs Beckfin would also go the 5-game distance, but ultimately Bing would take the set to advance and carry the Spirit of DK a round further. Winners' quarters was much more stacked, having Zane vs Plup, Joshman vs Sunsei, Aklo vs Moki, and Jmook vs Cody. None of the sets would be all too close, with Zane, Joshman, Aklo, and Jmook advancing into winner's side top 8. However, one notable moment was Aklo clipping through Pokemon Stadium, which to my knowledge has only happened once before this far into a major bracket. Like winners' quarters, the losers' top 8 qualifier also wouldn't really have any close sets, with Cody beating Marth 3-1, Moki beating Agent 3-0, Salt beating Sunsei 3-1, and Plup beating Bing 3-0, making our top 8 Zane vs Joshman and Aklo vs Jmook in winners, and Cody vs Moki and Plup vs Salt in losers. Unlike almost every other set so far, Moki and Cody would have a fierce battle going game for game, but ultimately Moki would clutch up when it mattered most, which would prove to be a theme for him this tournament. Although Plup defeated Salt 3-1, Salt definitely showed that she can hang with the best, with the game she did take being a crazy comeback. Both winner semi sets would also not be close at all, with Zane defeating Joshman 3-0, and Jmook beating Aklo 3-0, which was interesting considering Jmook has been in a slump, as after tipped off he hasn't even made top 8 at a major, with one 7th place exception at one of the smallest majors of the year. With Joshman and Aklo getting sent to losers, the losers' quarter sets would be Moki vs Joshman and Aklo vs Plup, with Moki and Aklo coming out on top, setting up for contender for set of the year. Like Moki vs Cody, Aklo vs Moki would be incredibly close, with Moki taking Game 1, Aklo taking the next 2 games, and Moki taking Game 4 to arrive at a Game 5. Aklo went into last stock with Moki still having an almost untapped stock, but Aklo managed to bring it to a last stock low percent situation with the 2 trading blows, but ultimately Moki would catch Aklo's bad get-up attack on a platform to seal the deal, but not before screaming at the NYC crowd that cheered for their hometown hero, Aklo. With that incredible set behind us, there was another Game 5 set just around the corner, with Jmook and Zane colliding in winners finals. Jmook would convincingly take Game 1 before having 3 incredibly close games to take us to Game 5 on Zane's counterpick, but it was here Jmook would return to his Game 1 form, managing to 2-stock Zane on Final Destination. Both Moki and Zane and Grants from losers would be an interesting prospect. With Zane, we'd have the same situation we had at both Gommel and Full Bloom early in the year, with Jmook defeating Zane in winners before Zane would take 2 sets off Jmook in a row to claim the event. With Moki in Grand Finals, we would have last year's rank 3 and 4 duke it out, with Jmook not having won a major since early last year, and Moki, who spent so much of 2023 and 2024 searching for that coveted major win, in a spot to win his second major and his second major in a row. However, Moki has never taken a single set off Zane, and no matter how hot Moki had been looking since Don't Park, the unstoppable force couldn't budge the immovable object, and Zane would take the set in a 3-1. Jmook and Zane were both still equally likely to win, with Jmook having the winner's advantage, but Zane truly being Jmook's Grand Finals demon. But ultimately, Jmook would go up 2-0, and Zane just couldn't execute. Even after a Game 3 win from Zane, it wasn't enough to stop this unstoppable force. Jmook won the Nounsvitational, taking his first major since Collision 2023 in March of 2023. After his pretty bad midseason, he definitely shut up everyone who was counting him out and put on a dominant performance for all of Day 2. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy, like and subscribe. Goodbye.